The Wendigo is one of the most terrifying and enduring legends from North American folklore, deeply rooted in the traditions of the Algonquian-speaking indigenous tribes, including the Cree, Ojibwe, and Innu peoples. This mythological creature represents the dark side of human nature, greed, hunger, and the monstrous transformation that occurs when morality is consumed by desire. According to legend, the Wendigo was once a human being, often a hunter or traveler, who in the desperate grip of starvation during a harsh winter resorted to cannibalism to survive. But in committing this act, he became cursed, transformed by an insatiable, unnatural hunger for human flesh. The Wendigo is described as an emaciated, skeletal being, towering between 10 to 15 feet tall, with greyish, decaying skin pulled tight over its bones, glowing eyes sunk deep into its sockets, and long, sharp claws designed to tear through flesh. Its breath reeks of decay, and its voice is often described as a mournful wail echoing through the snowy forests where it roams. The creature is said to move with eerie speed despite its gaunt form, and its heart, frozen and black as ice, beats only to fuel its endless craving for flesh. Among many indigenous cultures, the Wendigo is not just a monster, but a spiritual symbol of imbalance, a warning against selfishness and excess. It embodies the corruption of the soul that occurs when humans prioritize greed or hunger over community and morality. Traditional stories say that the Wendigo's hunger is never satisfied. Every time it eats, it grows larger, and the larger it becomes, the hungrier it gets. A metaphor for how greed and consumption can devour humanity itself. Many accounts claim that Wendigos can mimic human voices, calling out in the familiar tones of a loved one to lure victims deeper into the forest. Their haunting cries are said to echo through snow-covered trees, blending with the wind's howl, confusing those who dare wander too far from safety. For the First Nations people, the Wendigo served as both a myth and a moral lesson, a way to enforce social values and survival ethics during the harsh winters of the northern wilderness. The tale warned against isolation, gluttony, and betrayal, reminding communities to share resources and never abandon their humanity. Over time, the Wendigo myth was adopted and adapted by European settlers and later popularized through horror literature and media, evolving into a monstrous archetype seen in books, films, and television shows like Supernatural, Hannibal, and Until Dawn. In these portrayals, the Wendigo is often shown as a supernatural predator, a fusion of beast and spirit, lurking in desolate woods, preying upon those who trespass or become lost. Anthropologists and historians have documented Wendigo psychosis, a phenomenon reported among some indigenous communities in Canada and the northern United States. This condition involved individuals who believed they were possessed by the spirit of a Wendigo, leading to violent cannibalistic impulses and severe psychological distress. Although modern psychology often attributes this to cultural trauma and extreme environmental stress, these cases reinforce the terrifying reality of the legend within the collective consciousness. The environment itself plays a crucial role in Wendigo lore. The creature is inseparable from the wilderness, the snow, the isolation, and the silence of deep winter nights. It thrives in desolation, feeding on fear as much as flesh, symbolizing not only physical starvation, but also spiritual decay. Some traditions speak of the Wendigo as a wandering spirit that can possess the weak-minded, turning them into new monsters. This element of possession adds another layer to the myth, suggesting that the true danger is not the creature's claws or teeth, but the darkness that lies dormant within humanity, waiting for a moment of desperation to awaken. In this sense, the Wendigo myth explores profound psychological and moral themes: hunger as a metaphor for greed, isolation as a symbol of moral decay, and transformation as punishment for losing one's humanity. The terrifying visage of the Wendigo, with its skeletal limbs, antlered skull, and glowing eyes, serves as a mirror reflecting the consequences of human excess and moral corruption. Some depictions show the Wendigo with deer-like antlers, symbolizing its fusion with nature and its dominion over the frozen wilderness, while others portray it as entirely humanoid, representing the grotesque end of unchecked human hunger. Even in modern times, reports of Wendigo sightings continue, especially in the dense forests of Canada and the northern United States, such as Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Great Lakes region. Campers and hunters tell chilling stories of hearing voices calling their names at night, seeing enormous tracks in the snow, or catching glimpses of tall skeletal shadows moving between the trees. Though no sire,